Greetings, my fellow gamers. It is I, Wraith King, and welcome back to Seven Knights. This is the Korean version, and apparently a new hero list was released for another anime. You know how the Seven Knights devs do every once in a while? They like to take an anime or a game they like and make some characters and then throw it into the game. Now, I have never heard of this anime before. I've never seen any of the episodes. I don't even know if it's an anime. It might be a manga or something like that. It's called Tower of God, I believe. It might be popular, and I just haven't heard of it or read anything about it before. But it seems interesting. The characters look pretty cool. I haven't got a chance to see any of their animations yet, but they did give you a free character from this list. There is a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 characters on this entire list. We will be taking a look at all of them as usual. Okay, let's start out with the character I got really quick.
끝나고 너도 죽여줄 테니까 거기서 기다리고 있어라.
Now, of course, most of these heroes aren't all that great, but if you do get the awakened, one of the awakened heroes, those are usually pretty decent. Like the couple of heroes that were for Devil May Cry, the few that were awakened were actually pretty decent, and some of the people who've gotten them still use them every once in a while. So if you get an awakened character for this list, it's actually pretty good, hopefully anyway. I don't know what they do. Alright, let's take a look at her skills. Future Me, what does she do? What this does is it gives her immunity to damage for 2 turns, which is good for a fighter. And now this is where it gets a little interesting. She increases her attack power by 100% and grants, I believe it is all allies, immunity to damage for 2 hits. And if you are in the Tower of Illusion, she grants everybody a Void Shield for 8 hits. That's actually pretty decent. Now, I know it's just in a Tower of Illusion, but it's still a really good buff. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, hopefully that was good. How about over here? I'm gonna try my very best to translate this without falling asleep. Okay, what this does is she targets all enemies with 130% physical damage twice, and she applies something called the Kanto effect, which I believe removes damage protection buffs like void shields and stuff like that. However, if they are invalidated, they are not affected by it. So that's what it translated to now. That's what it translated to anyways. I could be way wrong about that, but that's what it translated to. Now, if so, that's actually pretty decent, because void shields can be a little bit of a problem these days, especially in the arena. Now, I know she's not going to be seeing any play in the arena. I can just pretty much guarantee you that. But there are so many heroes with void shield, and I've noticed there are some heroes being released with abilities like this that do remove void shields. So it's actually pretty good to see another character with that, actually. Alrighty, how about here? Now this is just as basic as it gets. What she does is she targets all enemies with 100% physical damage 3 times and ignores armor. That's pretty simple. Very simple. So simple, I'm actually getting tired from reading this. I might say the animations were pretty cool. I can't wait for you guys to see those. Wonderful. Now, I'm pretty sure her abilities aren't all that great, because the characters that are on this list that aren't awakened aren't entirely strong. I mean, they're okay, they have their ups and downs, but where the game is right now, a 6-star that isn't awakened might not be all that good. So, who knows? Who knows? They might be pretty good, and I'm just saying stuff about it. Now, this guy actually looks a little familiar. I do know a lot about anime, and I know a lot of different characters and stuff like that. I do love anime a lot. So some of these characters do look familiar. I feel like I've seen them before. This guy, his eyes and his hair look very familiar, and that thing on the side of his head. So maybe I've heard of it before and I just don't remember the name. But I don't know. What does this guy do? What does this passive do, Future Me? Now this actually has a pretty decent power level for a regular old 6-star. What this does is it gives him a Void Shield for 4 turns, which is actually pretty decent. And in Smart Senna, I'm not sure what mode that is, but he increases all allies' weakness by 80% in whatever mode that is. Maybe it just translated it wrong, I don't know. But this is where it gets interesting. Whenever an ability is used, the cooldown of literally every other ability is reduced by 30 seconds. Now, this could have translated that wrong, but that's actually pretty good. I'm smacked at that power level because that's something an awakened special hero would do. That's actually pretty good. Really, it is. And in the tower, we have another tower buff here. Fascinating. He increases the weakness, attack of all allies, and the critical damage of all allies by 200%. So this actually isn't bad. I was not expecting a decent passive from a regular old 5-star. Wait, no, 6-star! 6-star. I'm very sorry. I'm just so... I think you guys already know. Cool. Alright. What does this first active do? This is another very simple ability. What this does is it grants all allies a Void Shield and immunity to debuffs for 2 times. It's not actually all that bad, really. Wonderful. What about his second active? Okay, what this does is he targets all enemies and removes 3 turns off their buff. And it says the number of buffs is reduced by 3 times. So it's pretty much just a straight up debuff. And this means this guy just does no damage at all. I mean, I know he's a support, but Karen healed. And she revived. But she's Karen though, so I guess that's kind of a pass for that. But really, I don't know about this guy. I mean, his passive is really strong though, because just imagine using an ability and having cooldowns reduced to your strongest ability on the team. Because there are a lot of teams right now in the meta that have like this win condition hero that's always in the back and does the most damage and just desiccates every time he uses an ability. Imagine having his or her abilities refreshed constantly. So even with a passive like that, this guy's not going to see any play in the arena. I can just guarantee you that. But pretty much all of these heroes I can pretty much guarantee are not going to see any play. Maybe the awakened characters though. But you know, I'm not going to make any final judgment. It's just these first couple of heroes are kind of We'll just have to see. Nice. Now we're going to be taking a look at everybody's animations after we're done doing the boring stuff, because the boring stuff is boring. I'm going to get this out the way. Alright, now this guy looks really cool. And he looks a little familiar. Especially the hair over his eyes. Maybe I have seen this before and I'm just not remembering. But alright, what does this passive do, Future Me? I am going to say this my very best without falling asleep. Alright, here I go. In Tower, it increases his magical power by 150%, and he has a speed Void Shield, kind of how Ryan's shield works, for 5 turns. All of his attacks are guaranteed critical. Every second attack, he deals 130% magic damage to all enemies. And this actually just sounds like an ability tied into his passive right here. He actually removes 2 turns off of their buff. He does that every second attack. That's actually pretty good, but I think that's only in Tower, which kind of sucks, but that's not bad though. It's not bad. And in the special event, it increases his magic power by 500%. So really, this is a pretty decent hero. I don't know if that's just the event tower or tower in general, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good for tower. But if you've already finished the tower, though, I don't know if how this is gonna work all that well. Oh, wait a minute! There's a new tower! Oh, I'm an idiot. That's what I get for being tired. I probably would have noticed this if I was wide awake. Oh, man. What does it give you, though? What? Is that? Oh, this looks promising. I might have to go here. I don't even think I need the heroes for this, though. Whoa! Whoa, these rewards. All that essence. Oh, I might have to go here. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna obliterate everybody there, but man. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I didn't even notice that. Wonderful. What does this first active do? What this does, he targets 4 enemies with 180% magic damage. He does this twice, and additionally, he applies the sudden attack effect. Now, from what I gathered, sudden attack deals more damage to certain enemies, in this case, enemies that have damage inflicting effects. Alright, what about his second active? This seems like a pretty simple AoE ability. What this does is he targets all enemies with 150% magic damage twice and penetrates. If this guy's passive wasn't activated by that new special dungeon that they released, that special tower rather, he would actually make a pretty decent arena hero. Cool. Now, for his Awaken skill, the thumbnail for this looks really cool. So I imagine this looks awesome. I can't wait to take a look at the animation for it. Alright, future me, what does it do? What this does is he targets all enemies with 110% of his magic damage. He does this 3 times, penetrates, and the fewer the enemies, the more damage it deals. It increases the damage by 50% by every missing enemy. So, honestly, this is probably one of the best heroes I've seen on this list so far. And he would definitely work in the arena if it wasn't for his tower buff. Brilliant! Now let's take a look at the second Awakened character on this hero list.
저에겐 죽음보다 더 두려운 것이 있으니까요.
Now this looks mysterious. What is his first active? What is his passive? Excuse me. What does this do? What this does is it increases his attack power by 150% and Genja Raid. And critical strength and weakness probability is increased by 80%. And he ultimates all damage received by 40%. And in the new tower, he reduces all damage received by all friendly heroes by 70%. So that's pretty strong. Whatever it does, it looks complicated. I can't wait to translate that. I really just need to learn Korean though, for real. So this will be a little bit easier for me. Future me. What does this do? Alright, what this does is he targets one enemy, removes 100% of their awakening gauge, removes 4 turns off of their buff, and resets his awakening gauge. Wait, what? It resets his awakening skill. So you're saying, whenever he uses his ability, if his awakening skill has already been used, it resets it? What? So this is good. This is really good. I am smacked right now. I didn't expect this guy to be that kind of hero. That's pretty good. I mean, it literally does no damage, but the debuff and the fact that it completely removes all of your opponent's awakening skill gauge, but it only does that to one enemy, and it removes 4 turns off the buff, so it's pretty much just a straight up debuff. And the fact that it resets his awakening skill? What? That's a little broken. But you know, we haven't really seen what his awakening skill does, so I'm not gonna make any quick judgment. Alright, cool. What does his second active do, Future Me? What this does is he targets one enemy and deals 600% physical damage to them, and I believe he targets the enemy with the highest attack. In addition, this penetrates and it ignores their armor, so he's definitely a raid hero. And I can only assume that his awakening skill is similar. Awesome. What does his awaken skill do, Future Me? You guys are gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but he can replace Seg in raid. What this does is he targets one enemy with 1500% of his physical damage. This penetrates and the sudden attack is applied. However, this does take a lot longer to charge than other awakening gauges. Brilliant. Now, okay, let's start out with the character I've gotten for the animations.
끝나고 너도 죽여줄 테니까 거기서 기다려.
Alright. That looked pretty cool.
그럼 이제부터는 정강간다.
That looked very cool.
이 시험장을 통째로 드러내고 밤을 데려오겠어.
Oh, that looked pretty cool. One thing I do like about these hero lists is all the animations just look so fantastic. I might actually just keep her, just for the sake of keeping her, really. All right.
치사하고 악랄하게 탑의 정수까지 모셔다 드리죠.
Let's take a look at his animations. Cool. This guy is a support.
룰을 내 것으로 만든다.
Interesting.
너만 빼내준다.
Huh. This guy looks pretty interesting. Those were pretty cool. Now, for the moment of truth, let's take a look at the Awakened characters here. This guy just reads bad guy. I imagine he's the bad guy of the anime or manga. Interesting. Cool.
붉게 물들여주리라.
Whoa! Ooh, a sea of blood! That reminded me a little bit of Neja's ability.
일단 더럽히려는 자들이여.
Oh, I was right, that was pretty cool. Now, I don't know anything about these characters. I don't know anything about the anime, so I wish I could react a little more excited about it, but I just don't know who they are. I just don't know. I can't be super excited because I just don't know.
저에겐 죽음보다 더 두려운 것이 있으니까요.
But they still all of them look pretty interesting though. I might have to take a look at it, whatever the anime or manga is. fascinating. I wonder what that does.
당신들의 신력한 이걸로 끝이야.
This whatever this is looks cool. I want to read this manga or watch whatever anime this is because this looks really cool.
당신들은 제가 원하는 것을 준비해 줘야만 해요.
Oh, that was cool. Now, wrong button. Now, I'm pretty sure all of these characters are have some very unusual builds. Usually, now I'm pretty sure all of these characters. All right, shut up, past me. Now, I want to keep at least one of these heroes, just one of them, because unfortunately, these characters do not last long. If you don't obtain as many as you can and get them up to 50 before time runs out, they'll never be here again. You won't be able to obtain them ever again. They're just gone. You can't have them. So, getting at least one of the awakened characters is a good idea. I really wish I could have got some of the characters off this list. Same goes for here as well. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get all of them. I was able to get a couple of the heroes from Bleach. Wasn't able to get any of the characters from Blaze Blue, unfortunately, but now I have the chance to get one of the awakened heroes. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm still arguing with myself whether I want to because it does cost 500 gems to get one of the awakened heroes. Now, is it worth it, in my opinion? Yes, because one of them is extraordinary in Raid. One of them is just absolutely fantastic in Raid. And I think even some of the pros might try getting him. Even though I really like the Blood guy, I think the other guy with the little red gem floating around him might be a little more useful because of Raid. Now, I'm not sure how this tower mode will turn out. I haven't tried it yet myself. But if it is as dangerous as it looks like it should be, maybe it is a good idea to get the Blood guy, because he sounds like he's pretty effective there. But what about the rest of the heroes that aren't the awakening characters? Well, first of all, the cube guy, he actually wouldn't be all that bad, I'll be honest with you. And the other Rose lady, I'm calling these people just by the way they look because I don't know who they are. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone who's like a huge fan of the manga or anime. I'm sorry, I haven't seen it. But, yeah, the blue guy, he seems like he would be a pretty useful support. Even though he doesn't seem like he does much damage. His passive is still pretty effective, though. So, I can kind of see using him in the tower. But I really would like to have someone that deals damage if it's really that dangerous. It's probably a good idea to have someone that actually is a little more aggressive than passive. As for the pretty Rose lady, I think she's okay. She's okay. Most of her abilities are kind of simple, and her passive it's pretty alright. I mean, it's not bad. But I think that the awakening characters would probably be a better choice to focus on over her and the blue guy. I think it's best to focus on the awakening heroes because both of them are really, really powerful and would be very effective in the tower mode and in the raid mode. So if you are wondering which heroes you want to get, it's probably best just to focus on those two. But that is all the time I have left for this video, my fellow gamers. You know, I really enjoy making videos like this. When it comes to reviewing the new hero lists that Seven Knights releases every once in a while that are related to animes or maybe a video game, I really like these, even though it's kind of a pain to do because, especially on the Korean version, because I have to translate everything, then I have to edit everything. It is a little bit of a pain, but it's kind of fun to do. I was a little tired this time, so hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death. But until next time, my fellow gamers, take it easy for me. Oh, and remember to leave a like, comment, and please do subscribe to my channel. I review every new hero that Seven Knights releases, whether it's a complete new hero list or if it's just one new hero that they release, I love to review all of them. And I like to play a bunch of random games on this channel, even like reviewing stuff. So keep your eyes open for a lot of different stuff on this channel. But until then, bye.